Yo, what up guys, it's Plaxi here, and I know I've been changing my name, and I've been messing around, but this day I'm actually gonna start taking YouTube good, and I will be uploading more. Um, I mean, if this video does do well, I will upload a lot, but because I've been thinking about this for ages, I'm finally uploading again for like, what, 2 months, and this is the new name, new profile picture. We got Stitch the Legend, and we got the new name Plaxi. And I remember changing it to like kind of like a coolish name called Zimpto, but no, that just didn't turn out. All my friends at school were telling you like, mate, you're gonna be called Simpto. And yeah, so pretty much today, what we're gonna be doing, guys, is we're going to be reviewing Rocket League cars. Now, if you may not know, Rocket League, it came out, well, I'll just read what I said here. And also I'm doing the old-fashioned first video style with the Microsoft PowerPoint. So Rocket League is a free game where rocket-powered cars fiercely try to hit an oversized ball into a goal. So you're obviously thinking right now, you might be thinking, soccer in the States, but because I'm British, I call it football. So yeah, it mostly became popular when, I don't know what I said, hen. I mean, my keyboard is pretty like slow. It will just pretend that says when it came free on all devices. I'm not sure if it came out on all free devices, but I'm pretty sure when it became free, a lot of people started buying it, because I used to play like sometimes in the OG days when like it would actually be like I was terrible. I mean, I was alright, but my friend Extinct Cake would carry me. So next slide. So the first slide we got is the Octane. Now the Octane is the car that all the pros use. If you haven't heard of RLCS, I don't know if they still do it. Comment down below if they do. But it's like, it's what all the pros use in like tournaments and stuff like that. And you start off with it. And before, I used to think, ugh, like, gosh, this thing is trash. And I used this big thing, which set you coming up, this big car, and I just thought, this car is just better because it's got a like more in-depth curve. Sorry guys, I just shook the microphone. It's got a more in-depth curve, which you can hit the ball up more, and I think it's a bit lighter. I'm not too expert on Rocket League cars, but let's go to the next slide. Then we got the Mech, and you see, I said on the decal, that's the car I was talking about, which is gigantic. It's a van. I mean, who knows? There might be some candy in the back. Look, it says free candy for kids. Like, looks like an old 14-year transit van. Pretty trustworthy, I must say. Now, what I want to say about the Merc is, although it's big and bulky, it's quite slow, because the heavier the car is, like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's good for bumping. But I mean, for scoring, it would be. But if someone was in like an Octane, they would probably get the ball faster, because it can do. I think it's got better turn radius. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you can see those wheels. But all right, next slide. The Backfire. The Backfire is. It's like a hot rod. You can see that little V8 engine popping out of its bonnet. But I mean, when people see this, people are scared of the car because they think you're going to be in a Tommy gun shooting the place up. I mean, you would expect it to have a kind of thing where it might be good used for air dribbles and all that kind of things. But I mean, more commonly known, people just think it's a sign of danger and that they're going to be toxic. And also, I wouldn't recommend using the Backfire if you're a pro watching this. I wouldn't recommend using the Backfire for tournaments, because apparently I've saw this on Neat Mike. Shout out Neat Mike, the best Rocket League. Well, he is a Rocket League YouTuber, the best Rocket League YouTuber I've ever seen, and he's actually one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. But he literally said in his video about how the turn radius is not as great as maybe some of the other cars, like the Octane. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend using it because Neat Mike just said. Okay, the X-Devil. Now, I don't have too much to say on the X-Devil because I've never really used it that much, but I'm considering it's like probably pretty fast. I mean, a pretty strange looking shape of a car. I don't know what chassis would have to be made to do that, but you can see there's a bit sticking out. It's got a front bumper ready to hit some people. But I don't really have too much to say on the X-Devil because I've never really used that much of a car. I was more into a car that's actually coming up later, which is the last slide. I more used the Octane because before, oh my gosh, I used the Mech. And when me and my friend Extinct Cake, I'm not going to reveal his name because I don't think he wants it revealed. But I mean, he does actually, speaking of Extinct Cake, he does stream on Twitch, so please do me a favor and subscribe to him. It's extinct_cake. But also, I mean, when we were trying to get to champion, and we were ready to play, and then I was like, alright mate, let's go. And then he was on the call with me and he was like, dude, what are you using? And then I was like, oh, the Merc. And he told me to change, and I thought, whatever. And it's the best change in my life because I would never succeed if I used the Merc. Like, God. Then we got the Paladin. Same with the X-Devil. I don't really have much to say on it. Because it's kind of like a car I haven't really used. I'm not very used to. I mean, I don't think this is one of the least popular ones because I don't think of the look of it. It's just because more people are using stuff like the Octane, more pro cars like there's something called a Fennec where it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's more like, if you know what a Range Rover is, it's like that, but just a bit smaller. So kind of like an SUV, I guess, but like a bit smaller. And the Fennec and the Octane are like I think the two most popular cars in Rocket League because, well, they're just good cars for the game with their hitboxes and stuff. Then we got the Venom. Actually, if you see, there's not really that much of a difference. Like, the Venom, it does look a bit like the X-Devil and the Paladin. I mean, those three cars are pretty big lookalikes because, I don't know, I'm not sure why. Maybe they just ran out of ideas. But Psionics, I don't mean any offense, your games are great. But I can see, look at that. I mean, I haven't used this car, like, much. I haven't used the X-Devil, the Venom, or the Paladin that much because I just thought they were like a bit newbie looking. Well, not newbie looking, I just didn't really notice them in my inventory. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to stick to the normal cars and go with the Octane. And then last but not least, we have the Dominus. Now the Dominus is the car that I use the most. I mean, I don't play Rocket League, but I will play it soon. It's just, for some reason, Nintendo Switch, I actually play on Switch, but I for some reason my Nintendo Switch won't log me into Rocket League because it says I need to enter my online ID when everybody else, they could just log in for some reason. And I was playing before on my Switch, so I don't know why they rigged it up that I couldn't play. But back to the important stuff. The Dominus is like, it's kind of like a flat it's a very long flat car, and this is the three cars that are really good and popular are the Dominus, the Fennec. Well, I mean, I didn't include the Fennec because there were so many Rocket League cars, and I only did this on I'm not really too gone on time right now because I'm a bit busy. But the Dominus is like, well, I mean, you can see on the video, it's very flat. I know I keep saying flat, but yeah, it's just a very flat, wide body car, probably good for hitting the ball into the nets. But guys, I think that wraps it up for today's video. Now, smash that like button if you enjoyed it, and I just want to say peace. So